DJ Uiagalelei is, of course, entered the transfer portal, and a few more losses to the transfer portal than what we saw the last two cycles for Clemson. Do you think this causes Dabo to jump into the transfer portal more than he has wanted to in the past? And we see that Alabama quarterback Paul Tyson was at practice the other day.
Yep, he was there yesterday. He was having a one-on-one conversation with Dabo Swinney when we left yesterday afternoon after player interviews. But I could see Clemson definitely wanting to add a veteran quarterback to that room, kind of to fill the role Hunter Johnson filled this season with sophomore Cade Klubnik, or he'll be a sophomore next year, and freshman Chris Vizina being probably your top two guys. A lot of inexperience there. So I could see him, Dabo, wanting to add in a veteran presence in that room. Tyler's a guy that's going to have some options. I think there are some smaller schools he might have a chance to go to and compete for a starting job. So he might have a decision to make. But most of these guys that have entered the portal, I think Clemson's was at least expecting most of them. I think Kobe Pace was one they weren't expecting, but we've seen them take a second back in the 2023 class. I think most of those needs have been addressed in the 2023 class, but I do think Clemson's going to add a couple of transfers this go around. I could see them maybe wanting to add a guy at end. I think that is the biggest position of need. A lot of inexperience there going into next year. If you lose everyone but Masco, I do think there's a possibility Xavier Thomas comes back. I've heard he's really thinking about doing it. So if you get Masco back and Xavier Thomas back, that's a big plus for you. But those are really the only two guys. There's not much behind them, a lot of inexperience. And I think Clemson could benefit from adding a wide receiver. A lot of youth. I don't think Joseph Ngata is going to be back, even though he's got another year of eligibility he could use. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But even if he is back, I think Clemson could benefit from adding a veteran wide receiver to that room. Might take oversigning to do it because I think they're at their number right now. They got 3 coming in the 2023 class. But I think defensive end, wide receiver, and maybe even cornerback, adding a veteran cornerback are some areas to keep an eye on as far as Clemson using the portal, because I absolutely expect them to sign a guy, at least one or two guys.